What's up, fight fans?
Greetings from the Wrestleverse.
It's your host, Billy here.
And Nate here.
And it's time to take it to the ring. So on this episode of WrestleCap, we're going to be reviewing WWE Raw.
So start off this night, you know, we got Bobby Lashley coming out, the Almighty with the MVP with him on the side, and he is addressing the attack on Big E and Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins and all this baloney and stuff they're talking about, you know.
Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. Yep.
Yes.
You know, they end up coming out to, you know, Kevin Owens, he has to come out and kind of address Lashley himself, you know. He's like, dude, I haven't paid attention to you for like the last 2 years. I don't know what you're talking about. And he's, I've earned my way. You stole it. What did you do, Bobby?
So, you know, Rollins has to come out all looking all cool. You know, who makes this guy's clothes anyways, right? This suit is amazing. Looks like freaking Purple Monster from McDonald's. I'm like, that's just funny.
Yeah, right.
Anyways, they're all like bickering back and forth, and Big E's entering. And now Big E says, I'll beat you all up, and then I'll do it again.
Yeah, I've already done it, and I'll do it again. So the WWE officials, they come out to shut down all the fun. They say Bobby Lashley will be added to the championship fight card if he beats all 3 men in one night.
One night.
So the Almighty accepts, and let's see if he can do it. So backstage, we see RK Bro again. You know, Riddle says he's been watching videos and a ton of videos. And
ton of jackass videos.
Randy asks, he's like, have you been watching fighting videos, or are you trying to get better, you know, at announcing?
No, but Randy, I'm just watching a bunch of, you know, like Jackass videos because I want to like maybe go with Jackass and, you know, hang out with them and stuff.
Yeah, Orton tells him, you know, you need to focus on fighting and focus on your fight with Otis, and then you can focus on the movies later, you know, so...
ADHD is like, come on, bro, you gotta do this. Anyways, we got backstage. We have freaking Owens and Big E, and they're like talking to like Rollins and the WD officials about what happened. They're not happy. And the management doesn't care. And Big E isn't worried. No, he's not worried.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna beat him no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got the next matchup. We got Riddle and Otis.
Riddle. Yeah. So next up, we see Riddle and Orton. They come out. You know, they're going up against. The mighty Otis. Oh. So then, you know, Otis comes off, then him and Riddle, they kind of face off in the ring.
Yeah, bro, they're all like going at it and stuff, man. They're gonna go like Otis tosses Riddle and like nothing, bro.
Yeah.
And then Otis catches Riddle, then back into a body slam.
Right into a big body slam.
He's done after that, you know. And Otis grabs freaking Riddle off the apron, then runs and bends him over.
Corner railing, yeah.
Like a big old rib, you know.
It was rough. And Riddle ends up like dodging this big spear coming at him in the corner, and Otis just like, he hits that post hard, man. It just...
He just lays there like...
Yeah, he's hanging out of the ring almost.
Oh my God.
Riddle finally gets like this really nice big hook off the top rope.
He did.
But then comes right back, Otis does, with a big body slam and just kills Riddle. I mean, flattens him. Then Orton's pissed off.
Yeah.
He comes running in and tries to RKO Otis.
Yep.
But
Chad comes in.
Yeah, Chad comes in. Chad eats an RKO. Then he runs back over to Orton.
Trying to get
just,
him.
not happening.
Nope.
He counters with a big elbow, and Orton goes down. Like,
I hear voices on the floor. They talk to me.
He took Randy down.
That was bad. So we got the Doudrop and Belair fighting up next.
Yeah, Belair comes out first for this match, you know. She's working up the crowd. The crowd definitely loves her. You know, she's spinning her hair around.
She's the crowd WWE favorite at the moment. You know.
And then Doudrop's out next. You know, she's looking ready to fight tonight.
Yeah,
Let's see if she shows up.
Didn't see much crowd reaction.
Not much.
I know.
They start off with a hard lockup, and then Doudrop ends up throwing overpowers her, throws her right down into the corner.
Tearing on Belair, and then Belair works the ropes and gets a big thrust kick. Not slowing down Doudrop at all. Doudrop can keep up with her, bro.
Yeah, she goes down, but she's not out, that's for sure.
Girl, you ain't going out. And then Belair tries her freaking handspring like kick, but it's caught like by Doudrop, and she's like bends her on the ropes and stuff on the top rope. It was crazy.
Yeah, like both of her legs were hanging over. She's twerking the knees, and then kicks her in the face when she's upside down too.
You say it so casually. Just kicks her in the face.
Wow.
I do it every Tuesday, you know.
Yep. And then followed by like this big elbow drop, man. It's like the people's elbow, but it was Doudrop's elbow. And then you have this Mika no Kumo driver from Doudrop. Like, we didn't even know what it was. We had to look it up. It was kind of a crazy move, but Belair still ends up kicking out.
Yeah, man.
And Doudrop is pissed.
Oh, yeah, she's Doudrop mad at this time.
And then goes right into the suplex from Doudrop.
Well, Belair gets a powerbomb, then runs right to the top post and does a double front flip splash, and then pins Doudrop and gets the finish.
It was impressive.
She done, bro.
It was a great finish.
It was actually badass.
Then Doudrop comes out of nowhere and just nails Belair from behind.
David
with, like,
Blaine shit going on.
She's in the ring and then she just appears from backstage and lays her out. She's just standing there proud of herself. Yeah. And right into the backstage stuff, we see Kevin Owens being interviewed, and he says this entire time, Bobby Lashley, all the fights are nonsense, man. It's like, what's going on? Why is he here?
That makes no sense, what he said, anyways.
Yeah, it was all nonsense.
Yeah. Anyways, we got Kevin Owens versus Bobby Lashley coming up. And this is the fight of the champions. Two big men, one destiny.
Kevin Owens is out first, and he starts stomping through the ring. He's feeling himself, you know. He wants to end this straight away.
Right away.
Lashley's out next, and the crowd's booing him.
Boo, you suck, Lashley, almighty, go away.
Yeah.
Anyways, Owen attacks Bobby from behind, and just
bing, bing,
as soon as the bell rings, yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Just go at it, bro.
Any time, dude. Took the guy down. You know, Bobby comes back with like this great suspended vertical suplex. Oof. And comes down, like lays him out. But you know, Owens, he bounces right back up. Yeah. He can take suplexes all night.
Owens does miss his favorite front flip, you know, cannonball.
That senton, man, yeah, he just like flops onto the floor outside of the ring, and dude, you just heard a thud. It's like,
did you hear the thud? It's like, yeah, we did, dude.
Yeah.
That's all the answer. So anyways, Big E comes, like, is backstage after that.
Yeah, he's taking some notes.
He's watching. Yes, I got this, guys.
Yeah. And then Owens just keeps eating these gut wrenches, man. It's in the corner, and then starts to slow down. He's getting the wind knocked out of him.
Oh my god!
And then gets Bobby. Bobby gets a great body slam, and then spine buster. It's pretty smooth.
Yeah, Owens ain't done yet. He is done yet. Owens taps out at one of the softest, like, full Nelsons I ever seen in my life. It was like
it
full
was
Nelson.
Super lame. Like, I thought Owens was tough, man. Like, he didn't even fully get put into the full Nelson, and he tapped out.
Could have had a cramp in his armpit, anyways.
Yeah, backstage we see Rollins, and he kind of looks like Cruella de Vil, you know, in this outfit. He's kind of pissed off, you know. He doesn't really want to fight Bobby.
He does not want to fight him at this time.
He's like, oh, what am I gonna do? You know, Owens lost. And then, you know, up next we see Becky Lynch come out.
Oh yeah, she's looking good as ever, man. She's talking about her win against Morgan last week and gloating. She's going too far a bit. Then Morgan comes out and shuts her up.
Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah, she's like, man, I gotta say, she looking really nice and good today. You know, when she got makeup all good, she's looking super cute. You know, people are like, yeah. Some little girl in the crowd's like, you suck. You know, it's kind of weird.
And then Morgan points out that last week that Lynch, she cheated. You know, she had her hand on the rope in the pin, and she goes on to kind of like real emotionally say that she's gonna go out, she's gonna beat her. You know, things aren't done between the two of them, and she's gonna show all the girls out there you can win without cheating. And she kind of gets emotional, starts choking up, crying a little bit.
Yeah, then she goes in the rings and attacks her, just like everybody should.
Whooping up on Becky. Like, big kicks, and she gets fired up, man.
Oh, yeah, but you know what? It's a bad move to do against Becky, because Becky comes back and stuffs Morgan's arm into the steel steps, bro, and gets stuck in there, and she starts stomping it. The ref has to come in, break up Becky before she breaks Liz Morgan's arm. Yeah,
she walks off with the belt, just cocky as could be, pleased with herself.
That's what you get, girl. Yep. Anyways, AJ Styles is backstage. He's kind of heartbroken. He's like, I miss my man, bro, my tag team, Omos. And he's like, bro, he come out of nowhere. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, they kiss and made up.
Pretty much. All right, Dana Brooke is back up next, and she is the current 24-hour champion. And she is out there in the snow looking good. Got R-Truth, Toi Ziwa, them out there fighting in the snow, kicking butt. Pretty much, she gets away.
That's lame.
Yeah. We got Finn Balor coming up with
Damian Priest.
Bam.
Versus
Ziggler and Rude.
Yep.
You know.
They come in first, you know, walking around. So Rude and Damian, they start off first. Priest ends up with like in the corner first.
Yes.
You know. Now Damian is kind of working both of the dirty dogs all by himself, making light work of these dogs, giving them some training. Let's give them some shot collars next time. You know, really train these dogs.
Finn finally comes in and tosses Ziggler, and then a double stomp, and he's feeling it.
Oh, he is.
Finn is like on fire.
He's feeling it for sure. Sad. And then Rhodes slams Priest down hard outside of the mat, and then Finn flying out. taking Ziggler out, you know, sword. And then Theory comes in.
Stupid Austin Theory has to come in, try to take a damn selfie, and get Finn Balor all distracted. And then, you know what? Shoot, he gets clothesline on the apron, but Ziggler takes advantage of him being distracted and does a zigzag on Finn Balor.
Yep.
Damn.
And Austin runs in, gets another selfie.
I don't know. We got backstage, we got Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH talking about, you know, how she's been losing and she's just feeling bad about last week's loss. And,
yep.
You know, Rhea Ripley's there just to, like, you know, get her mind right, get her up, you know, pull her up, you know, get back on the horse, girl. You know, they're a good team.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
A little pep talk.
Yeah, girl.
So next fight card is Rhea Ripley versus Queen Zelena.
Yeah, this is gonna be the fastest matchup ever, you know. Rhea.
Yeah, Ripley is out first, you know, with her bestie, Nikki. Crowd favorite for sure. Carmella comes out. Next, to introduce Zelena.
Oh, man.
Zelena has nothing but smack talk to say.
And she has a British Spanish accent or something?
Nah, she has a British accent speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
I don't know. So Ripley has the size advantage for sure. The bell rings and Carmella's up on the apron. Nikki pulls her off. They kind of get thrown around. All four women end up in the ring. They start fighting. Nikki goes down. Ripley goes over, try to check her out. Zelena comes up, takes full advantage of this, rolls her up into like this really nice cradle.
Yeah, man.
And then gets the win. It's a quick match. Pretty lame match.
It was super fast. The entrance was longer than the match.
Yeah. So backstage we see Rollins going over his fight with Bobby and Owens, and they both interrupt, you know. Yeah,
saying I should get out of here, and then they go with you. Owens says he's probably tapping out early because Bobby, he did all that so Rollins can have a chance, and then Rollins says, no, you didn't want to get out of there, you're stupid, you know.
Yeah.
And
it was pretty,
it was retarded. Now we got
no, it was all part of my plan.
Bobby Lashley versus Seth Rollins is up next, guys. You know, Bobby Lashley is out first, looking ready. Rollins comes out next. He is feeling, I love the entrance, you know. It's,
he's feeling it. He's feeling himself for sure.
A little bit too much dancing, I don't know. Anyways, they start off with some grappling until Bobby gets a great slam on Rollins, taking him down. Bobby eats a pole twice and he's down. So Rollins into the ring and tries to get a count out.
Yeah, it was a smart move.
Yeah.
But Bobby bounces right up, man. He's up fast and goes right in the ring. It was a smart move, but it didn't work. And then you got Big E backstage. You know, he's taking some more notes. So Bobby comes out with 2 German suplexes, then a cutter.
Yeah, bro, it was insane.
And Rollins rolls out, off of Bobby's shoulders, and then gets out of the ring trying to take a breath. Now Kevin Owens comes out of nowhere and just hits Rollins from behind.
All I see is Rollins go. Anyways.
And the ref announces Rollins wins by DQ, and Rollins' face is like, "Oh, bro, you got it."
Oh, bro, I got you.
Owens is like, "Yeah, I know, I'm awesome."
I'm awesome.
It was pretty cool.
It was
cool
funny.
Moment.
The faces.
It was all a part of Owens' plan, you know.
Big, ginormous plan to take over the world.
I guess he's not so dumb. So now the officials come out and they say, there's no way we're going to be doing that. They're going to restart it. No more DQs for the rest of the match. Or for the rest of the night. Every time, it's like, no more DQs.
Yeah, you guys
So Bobby spears Rollins in the ring and gets a quick 3 count. Yep. So Bobby ends up winning.
Yep, well, that was good for Bobby, but not great for Rollins.
So then backstage, you see...
Backstage is the best part, you know. You got Austin Theory talking to McMahon, and McMahon is teaching him what a pencil is. And the tip is the eraser. And the most important thing about an eraser is you can erase stuff, your mistakes. That was it. That was the analogy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I got Miz TV coming out. And you know, the Miz's wife introduced him out there. And then they talk a bunch of nonsense. They do an announcement on Edge. And then Edge comes in. And then they start talking about like all the Hall of Fame stuff and just talking shit. And
well, no, Miz puts himself into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's what happens. But Edge ends up getting like this really nasty burn on Miz. And Miz ends up throwing champagne in his face. They start to fight. The whole set goes flying. You know, Edge gets face planted. And then Miz's wife slaps him in the face because he tries to...
use her as a human shield.
Yeah, he did. I mean, so...
Sleep in the
good luck,
doghouse.
man. Go buy her a big rock.
Big rock.
So then backstage we see Big E and Owens and Rollins. They're all talking. You know, Big E says, you know, stay away. I don't want you guys out there. I don't want you there. I can beat him. I can beat him. He says it like 6 times. I can beat him. Shut up. So then next match we have Big E versus Bobby Lashley. Big E, he's out. He goes out first.
Bro, he's done.
Bobby's next.
He's so tired of it, you know.
Well, this is Bobby's third match for the night, man.
The bell rings, Big E gets hit hard, not wasting any time. Big E gets the first takedown. And then I was like, now... this is a no DQ, all right? So Big E just breaks out from the table, and then MVP puts the table back, and...
Pretty lame.
Yeah,
like, why you put it away? So Big E, he gets like a big one-handed body slam and then goes right onto the table, you know, pulls it out again. He's like, nah, I'm getting my table back.
I want my table. So Lashley grabs a chair out and he's like, I want my chair.
Yeah.
And he puts in the corner buckle.
And then Big E gets like these 3 belly-to-belly takedowns.
Oh my God.
But then misses that nice splash that he does.
I know, man. Shit, Bobby tries to throw a Big E into like the chair, but he gets countered and then eats the chair himself.
Yeah, he goes into it hard. Then Big E gets like his big splash onto Lashley on the apron, just goes up and flattens it, man. And then Bobby picks up Big E and his fireman and bends him around the post. He hits it and starts spinning around, man. He's like a helicopter.
Trying to start it.
Yeah, Bobby gets a huge slam to Big E on the table.
Oh.
And he goes down hard, but still another kick out.
It's a 2. Big E slams Bobby into the steel steps like hard on his spine, and Bobby spears Big E. Goes into the cover, but Owens and Rollins come out of nowhere like a bunch of jerks.
Yeah, they break up the match. Everyone starts fighting.
Beating up each other together now. Bobby and Rollins are fighting. Owens and Big E are fighting. Everybody's fighting.
Yeah, then Big E gets Owens into the table outside of the ring.
Oh my gosh.
Rollins spears Bobby into another table inside of the ring.
There's 2 tables for 4 people.
Yeah. Then, you know, you got MVP. Hits Big E from behind with a cane.
Oh, it comes up.
Hits him, nails him.
Yeah,
and then Bobby steals the win. He gets a quick 3 count.
Yay, he wins.
Yeah. So here at Taking to the Ring, we like to give each fight card a fight card rating.
That is right, Billy. We do.
So we have 5 for Fight Forever.
4 is awesome.
And then you got 3. You still
got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then 2 is what?
And 1 is boring. Don't even watch the show. Watch our recap because Billy and I here are way more entertaining.
Yeah. So I would give this one a 3. It was definitely cool. They still got it.
Yeah.
Got to see some big names come out.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
Bobby and Big E fighting.
Yeah. Finn Balor being his entrance.
Yeah. A couple quick matches, you know, here and there. But all in all, it was a pretty good one.
Rhea Ripley, and
Yeah. And thank you guys so much for watching. You're amazing.
Yes, you are. And
if you like what you see here, please take a moment to like,
leave a comment,
share,
and subscribe.
And for more WrestleCap videos like this, just click that link right there below.
Our social media.
Check out our social right there.
Bam.
Until next time, Billy here.
Nate here. Don't stop believing.